When a logistic user process any logistic document, for example, goods issue or goods receipt, so how the accounting document get posted? You must be thinking that I'm going to explain FIMM integration or the OBYC settings, which is there in FIMM settings. No, in this video, I'm not going to explain that because I know that you already know that part because already this video is there in my channel. So anyone is not aware about the FIMM integration, you can stop the video here and you can check my video which is already there in channel, and also I will give in the I button the link. In this video, I'm going to explain how the backend is working when something is happening, or integration point of view. As a consultant, we have assigned our required GL accounts, but on what mechanism the backend is working, that I'm going to explain. Hi, my name is Pradeep Hota and you are watching my YouTube channel. To understand this one in a better way, let's go to SAP screen, and here I'm going to show you two documents. One is MIGO document, which is your goods receipt, which is processed from the logistics system, and the corresponding accounting document. Then we will see the backend and how it is working. So let's move to the SAP screen, and we will see the actual document. Now this is the goods receipt, and here it is processed by me, and I processed one goods receipt, and this is my material 100 units I'm going to, or I processed it. So this is my logistic activity, or the logistic document is there, and with reference to that, the corresponding accounting document is this one. Okay, so this is my accounting document where the inventory account is debited and GRIR account credited. And how we got this document? Just for hints, so we have configured here OBYC settings. We have created these two GL accounts. So this is my raw material debit account, which we have assigned BSX, and this GRIR account, which is credited, and this is there in the WRX. This is we know as a consultant we have to do this configuration for FIMM integration point of view. Now question is how SAP system record this transaction in an accounting document that contains all the information. So here you can see everything is there. My debit entry is there, credit entry is there. Here if freight will be included, so that also will be there. Payment difference already there. So many videos I already prepared on this scenario. So let's not go into that segment. Here question is how the program automatically determine that which GL account is going to debit, which GL account is going to credit, how this mechanism is working. So till now we have seen one goods receipt document, MIGO document, and one accounting document with reference to that. And how this mechanism is working, or how this FIMM is working. Simple answer, we have assigned the GL accounts under OBYC settings, and this is how it is working. This is general uh, configuration step which we as a functional consultant we are doing. But how this mechanism is working in backend, what on what basis it is working, or what is the rule behind it, that I'm going to explain here. Or indirectly we can say this concept is nothing but your automatic account determination in our FIMM integration, right? So what are the key elements are there as a part of FIMM integration, or on what basis, like GL, if GL is assigned, then how it is working? So if you'll check this one, you can see the first key element is chart of account. So why it is required? Because whenever, if you recall, whenever you are going to OBYC screen and you are trying to assign your GL account, first thing system is going to ask, that is your chart of account. Okay, so if you'll understand this diagram, you can see, so we have to assign the chart of account. This one I will show you in the system also. For example, let's say this is my chart of account. So in OBYC screen, whenever you are going to assign any GL account, first thing is you need to assign your chart of account, because we know that GL is part of chart of account. The next thing is company code, because that is important, that should be there. Next one is your valuation area. Valuation area is nothing but plant, because in S4 we are, for inventory valuation point of view or for material ledger point of view, we are using valuation area as plant. So this valuation area, or you can say it is nothing but my plant. Then valuation grouping code. So valuation grouping code, whenever you have multiple plants are there, let's say we have two plants are there. One plant is Z002, Z001, another one is, let's say, G0X1, another one is Z0X2, like this multiple plants is there. So when we are going to assign the GL account, inventory will be received. So it's not like we are going to create multiple GL account. Simply we are going to combine all these valuation areas together with one grouping code, and let's say this is 0001. So that is why in OBYC screen, you are assigning, when you are going to define the rule, you have to assign the grouping code, let's say it's 0001. Then you have to assign your valuation class. Okay, so uh, valuation class also I'm going to explain further. Valuation class, then after that you are going to assign the GL account. So let's say GL account number is 2001. So this is my GL master, this is my valuation class, which same also you are going to assign in your material master, and this is your grouping code. So when combine everything together, then only your integration is working. So integration means does not, it means like you are just going to create the GL account, you are going to assign. Of course, you are doing that as a FI consultant, but in backend, it is working on the basis of this mechanism. So that's why it is very important. We should understand what are the key elements. So in key elements, the first one is your chart of account, and the second one is your grouping code, valuation grouping code. So valuation grouping code also need to be configured in the logistic system. So logistic consultant, if anyone referring, so which you are configuring in your transaction code OMWD. So if you go to your system and you will check your OMWD screen, there you will find multiple grouping codes are there where we are going to use. 0001 is system delivered, so I'm using that one. So it is there in every system, so that you can refer. Now, second point here, if you want to see this one in the system, let's check here. So this is my OBYC screen. You need to double click your, okay, let's come again from the beginning. So this is my OBYC T code. Then I need to enter my, this is my transaction key. This is the transaction key. Now system is asking me the chart of account. So I need to enter the chart of account. It's already configured, so that's why it is coming. Otherwise, if you go to the rules, here you can see different options are there. So valuation class. Now what is valuation class? So we have to configure a valuation class or maybe system delivered. Suppose the valuation class I'm using 3000. Now this 3000 we are using for raw material. So 3000 you are going to assign here in OBYC screen 3000, and under this 3000, so 3000 is my valuation class. Under this, you are going to assign your inventory GL account, let's say 2001, and same 3000 also you are going to add in your material master. It is there in your material master and in your accounting tab. Because when logistic user is going to post the document, logistic user is not going to post the document directly in the accounting in GL account, but ultimately we want the balance in the GL account. So the document which I have shown in the beginning, how we got this GL account 2000, because this GL account is mapped in the system. That's why we are getting the value here 500 USD in this particular GL account. Whereas in transaction, the logistic user has posted the material master number, right? So this material master. So that is why it is highly required that this valuation class should be there. So this 3000 valuation class also should be there in the material master. So when logistic user is going to use material master in the system, their logistic transaction, then automatically in the reverse way, system is going to find out what is the valuation class. Through valuation class, it is going to find out the GL account. So that is why this is also one of the key factor or key element in your integration. So first one is your chart of account. Second one is your grouping code, that is multiple plants. So the grouping code you can activate here. You can activate this one, and after that you will get one more column here which I have not configured because I have only one plant, but if you'll add it, then you will find one more plant here for the grouping code. Okay, so this one is done. So two elements we have seen here. Now coming to third one, chart of account, grouping code. Now coming to valuation class and account reference. I have already given the hints valuation class. Let me show you that in the system. So this one is my valuation class. So here I'm using different valuation class. This one I'm using for raw material. This one I'm using for packing. This one I'm using for FG. That means I have to make sure that in the material master, the same should be there. Then only it is going to work. Otherwise it will not work. Now check here the material master. So this is the material master accounting tab, and in the accounting tab, you can see same it is there. So if you have used there X01, suppose you have created your own valuation class in the logistic system, then make sure that same x01 should be there in the material master, same should be there in the OBYC settings. If mismatch will be there, then error will be there. Okay, so I hope you got my point. So three elements we have completed: chart of account, valuation grouping, valuation class, and account category reference. Now, what is this account category reference? Account category reference, if you go to the valuation class, there you can see. Okay, so if you go to the valuation class, so we are talking about 3000. So along with this valuation class, this account reference is there. And this same account reference also you will get in your attributes of material type. Let's check that too. So everything is connected with each other, then that's why it is working. So if you go to your attributes, more data we are what I'm explaining, it is from the logistic system or logistic point of view, but it is actually when you are working in the project, you are going to work on in team. So that's why I always highlight that project should be there. Once you will complete the project, you will get more clarity. Otherwise, you will just do the half portion of the configuration as a FI part. But in interview, you will, if some cross questions will be there or this type of advanced questions will be there, it is very difficult to manage. So that's why project is 100% mandatory. So now I'm going to attributes of material type. So if we'll go to the attributes of material type here, if I'm using the raw material ROH, I'm using, so same account reference you will get here. Okay, account category reference is 0001. So 0001 is also you will find in along with your valuation class. So valuation class along with account reference, then only it is going to work. Okay, so what is the function here? How it is working? This valuation class and account reference. So valuation class we are assigning with material type. So first valuation class 3000. Valuation class linked with your material master. Material master is part of your material type. Material type, which is in my example ROH. So this one is nothing but your attributes of material types. Okay, so this material is created. This material is created under ROH. For example, this material. So I want to see this material is created under which category? It is created material number 11. It is created under ROH. That is why it is working. For user, it is very simple. User posted one logistic document and we got the accounting document. But how it is working? With all this mechanism. So valuation class assigned with our material type using account reference. Using account reference. So it allows the stock value of the material for your material type with the GL. So in simple language, if you try to understand, as this GL is here, I already explained. So this GL is going to identify in the material master in my example 11, which is created under ROH, and same valuation class is also assigned in my OBYC settings, and here I have assigned the GL account. So what is the GL account? GL account number 2000. So GL account is 2000. Okay, so this is how it is working. Little bit complex concept, but if you follow carefully, then you can understand this one. So valuation class and account reference is useful, this one. Account category reference is a linkage. Account category reference is a linkage between your material type, means in example ROH, with valuation class. 3000 is valuation class, which is linked with your material master 11, and along with this one is also there your ROH, but directly we are not assigning ROH. Like if you'll go to ROH, there you will not find your, can you see it? Nowhere we have assigned here valuation class, but here we have the account reference is there. Account category reference is there. So that is how it is working. So account category reference is the linkage between your material type and valuation class. Okay, so I hope it is clear up to this. Now coming to next point. What is there next? Chart of account valuation. Next one is your transaction key. So now what is transaction key? So transaction key, already we know that whenever you are assigning, suppose BRX, BSX, WRX, GBB. So these are our transaction keys. So where you can see these transaction keys, you will find this transaction key. If you go to OBYC settings here, you will find so many transaction keys are there. So these are the transaction keys. So a transaction key is this is the key for your account determination, and we are going to symbolize this one from the business transaction point of view. So SAP system is automatically determine these keys from the transaction invoice verification. So that means something it is there. That means it is linked with our uh, in something in backend it is there, and it is linked with your movement type. So that is why the moment you are going to select movement type. So where you can see the movement type. So in transaction you can see the movement type. So this one is processed with a movement type of 101. That is your inventory. So when you are processing a goods receipt, suppose I will process the goods receipt, may go. So here you can see this movement type is there. The moment I will select here, goods receipt. Okay, so this goods receipt movement type is there. So on the basis of movement type, it is working. Now let's see here. Here, maybe for you it is this much advance is not required, but here you can see the list of your movement types and which is linked with your transaction key. Okay, so every movement type is linked with your transaction key, and that is why it is working. Otherwise, how it will work? So when the logistic user is performing some logistic activity, in backend system is going to post the transaction in the particular area, or in the it is going to, for example, let's say I will select here, suppose something I'm just selecting randomly. I'm going to pick something here. Let's say uh, okay, let's take this one. I was actually searching that BSX, but I got this one. So this is production receipt. This is also again one inventory receipt, but with reference to production order. Now, if you'll go to here, you can see this. This is my transaction key. Transaction key is linked with our account modification, which you are going to assign in OBYC with your GBB, PRD, AUF, all this you are assigning. So it is linked here. So that is why we are assigning there, and this is how it is working. Okay, so this is also important. This transaction key also important along with our, or this is one of our key elements under our account determination. Then GL mapping, that is also very important. GL mapping, but I'm sure GL mapping I already explained. So GL mapping is nothing but whenever you are going to assign the different GL accounts. So along with all these rules, you are assigning this GL account. Suppose BSX or WRX, or let's say inventory offsetting. Okay, so this is my general modification, which is linked with my transaction key for different activities. This is my valuation class. These are your inventory offsetting, but same mechanism is applicable in all areas. And these are my GL accounts. So this is how it is working. So in GL mapping, we are assigning here the valuation area, that is grouping code. Then we are assigning here other rules like your general modification. And from where we got the general modification, just now I have shown you valuation class, I already explained, and GL account as a finance consultant you are mapping. Okay, so this is how actually it is working. Let me check if I anything missed here. This part I already explained. Quickly, let me show you. This is my material master. This is our type. I already explained this one. So material created under the type, that is your ROH in this case example, account category, reference 0001, and valuation class. So this part I explained, and this is the diagram. How the transaction is linked with each other, that also I explained. So movement type means 101, 521, all this movement type. So it is coming from the logistic point of view. Transaction key, that also I already explained. Then account group, that is GL account we are assigning along with the transaction key. So each and everything as it is connected with each other, this is how it is actually working. Otherwise, how it will work? So once, because as an logistic user, I know what is my material master, how many units we need to receive or how many units we need to issue. But how system is going to identify the GL account? It's not like just you created the GL account and you assign under OBYC settings, it is going to work. So all this combination, when it is working, then only it is working. Okay, so that is why it is highly important, because when you are going to work in team or in you are working project, so you have a very good interaction with other your consultants. So they need information from you. You will get to know that what area they are working or how these things are connected. It's not like GL created and you assign there it's work. No, in backend all these things are working. So that is why it is working. So I hope you got some clarity. Still, if you have any query, feel free to add in the comments, or my mail ID is there. You can also mail me. So I will happy to answer your queries. Okay, but definitely go through this one. Try in your system, explore all this area so that it will help you in interview. Thank you very much.